Good morning. So we're here at an indoor play area, and this brought to mind all the adventures of type 1 and exercise. So there's a really wonderful play area at this YMCA, and 4 of my children are playing loudly in there. I don't know if you can hear me. But anyway, here's the predicament. If you see Lena's tandem figures, she was doing well after breakfast. I'm actually really proud of us. Scroll that over a little bit. This morning, you can see that 3.86 bolus or something. So that was with her breakfast, which she ate 6 little breakfast sausages and then cereal. But I started the timer. I went ahead and bolused her and let her start eating sausage, but then I waited a full 15 minutes for the Honey Nut Cheerios, and we didn't spike, yay! But then we were just at the library, and she started going a little low. That's where you see that 80 mark over here, and then she started dropping, and we got in the car, gave her a sandwich, and reduced the bolus. It should have been 3 units because it was about 30 grams of carbohydrates. So it reduced it to 2.4. But now that we're playing here at this playscape, that's not going to be enough of a reduction. In fact, I find that you see that she still shows 2. Sorry, this is not really working very well. 2.34 units of insulin on board. I know I have no idea what's happening on a scientific level, but I'll tell you what it seems like, and I bet you other T1D parents can relate with this. It seems like the body is using the insulin right away, but not breaking down the food at the same rate. So it's like the sugar isn't hitting the bloodstream and perfectly meeting that insulin anymore. So what I find is if there's that much insulin on board and she starts being really active, which once again, this is like this amazing 2-story crazy deal, and she's got some brothers in there and they're all running and throwing balls at each other and so on and so forth. It's not, it's like the insulin is going to get way ahead of the food. So we're going to use one of our favorite low snacks when she's awake, that is these little Annie's gummies. They're made with, you know, of course it's obviously still straight sugar, but they're made with fruit juice, so it makes me feel slightly better. And Lena, you better have some gummies, buddy. Not buddy, that's I was looking at my son. There's one of my buddies up there. Hey Lena, come here. Hey, I was just talking about you running around like crazy and how you need some gummies. So here, come here for a second, honey. So these gummies are 5 grams each. And so it allows me, like if she's just starting to go low a bit, we don't have to hit her with a full 15 grams of carbs and then cause a spike later. Because what I find with exercise, I never finished these sentences. Here, why don't you do 2 though? Because I think with your playing, we're gonna need a little more help than 1. What I find is that it's like the insulin hits first, not the food. Then she stops exercising, and the cumulative effect of the basal being off. And oh yeah, and then we have this problem. My non-type 1. Yeah, you can eat that. My non-type 1 3-year-old also wants juice and gummies when his sister gets them. So then later I find that she spikes with the cumulative effect of that basal being off during exercise, because the tandem thankfully adjusts that when she's starting to go low, or if I put her in exercise mode, it even further protects. Anyway, the basal's been off, the exercise stops, then I don't know if literally the body then starts digesting more of the food. Again, I am no scientist, not a medical professional, just a mom. It's like it all hits at once, and it's easy to go really high after exercise. I have not yet mastered how to treat this, but I'm getting a little better. And the biggest thing, if I can ever avoid it, is having a big meal right before the exercise. Because even, like I said, even if that's reduced, it has to be so drastically reduced to compensate for the exercise hitting before all the food is digested and when the insulin's still running around in the bloodstream. So I've heard a lot of people talk about, you know, adults with T1D talking about exercising before their next meal. But as you know, with young children, you can't always perfectly plan these things. And I mean, who can sit still with this playground? As she's staring still for a moment. Anyway, just a couple T1D mom thoughts of the morning. Good job, everyone, being your child's pancreas. Away we go.